this week on the Bubble Chat.
So I'm so happy that even though they weren't competitive against each other, there was still some sort of problem or conflict. And at the end of the day, there was some result.
They should have been filing a police report if they hadn't, because those children were violated in the space by somebody that was vetted by the school district and allegedly approved and said to be a trusted member of the community.
Whether it's a latte, coffee, hot chocolate, or any other drink, it should always be at a temperature that's safe to drink, not so hot that it feels like lava.
Well, I second that motion. Now, see, I am a man.
Tom Cruise got it going the fuck on. He been
yes.
With the jeans and the black tees. Let's talk about it. He's definitely gonna be in a wedding, so sorry to pop your bubble. It looks like the person that is the fiance is on the Steelers with Russell, big old Russell, and they introduced.
That is the definition and epitome of what white privilege look like. How dare you? And then the bitch had 4 eyes, not one bitch, 4 eyes. See, you knew what you was doing. You knew exactly what you was doing. Girl, is you over there posing for the camera?
I am. Y'all got me on video.
Microsoft. Oop, I said the word.
Softball. That's what you ain't looking at me. That's what you ain't looking at me.
Okay, look.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Bubble Chat Podcast. I'm your host, Jawan, along with my uncle Adonis and cousin Jasmine. Yes, I'm officially calling her my cousin. And this is a podcast where we break down the latest trends in entertainment, pop culture, and the stories that has everyone talking, whether it's the biggest headlines, unexpected controversies, or the moments you might have missed. We're here to cover it all with honest opinions and real conversations.
Each episode, we dive into a mix of trending topics, celebrity news, and a story shaping our world. We keep things fresh with guest appearances, deep dives, and of course, a little fun along the way. So while you guys get into my new list from my retainers, whether it's music, movies, TV, or social media buzz, nothing is off of the table.
For those of you who have been tuning in, thank you for being part of this journey. And if you are new here, welcome. The podcast is a space for open discussions, different perspectives, and keeping up with what's happening in a way that feels real and more relatable. Make sure you subscribe so you never have to miss an episode. And if you enjoy the show, share it with a friend. You can also follow along on social media to join the conversation outside of this podcast. Now let's get into today's hot topics and see what's been making the waves in the world of pop culture, tea, bullshit, shade, fuckery, pettiness, ignorance, dysfunctionality, and unprofessionalism. Now, as quoted by the Queen Wendy Williams, how you doing?
How you doing? Well, first off, congratulations, Jasmine, for getting your braces off.
Come on, lisp.
It sounds like either I've been sucking dick all my life or had a thumb in my mouth. I don't know which one I've been.
What about a heavy tongue? Is that a lisp? Is that the same thing as a lisp, the heavy tongue?
I don't know. Call the doctor.
Your tongue feel like a ladle?
It's something. Okay. So let's talk about Yaya DaCosta and Tyra Banks quietly reconnecting after all these years. If you remember America's Next Top Model, Cycle 3, Yaya has some tense moments with Tyra, especially when she was criticized for embracing her natural beauty and culture. Now, according to Entertainment Weekly, the two had a private reunion that brought some closure. Yaya didn't share too many details, but she described the conversation as meaningful. Fans have mixed reactions. Some are happy to see growth, while others wonder if Tyra has ever truly addressed the way contestants were treated on ANTM. It's wild to think how much has changed. Yaya built a successful acting career, while Tyra's legacy in the industry has been met with both praise and criticism. Their reunion raises an interesting question. Can reality TV stars ever fully move on from how they were portrayed? What do y'all think? What was this a genuine moment of healing, or is there still more to unpack?
Go ahead, John.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Because I have personal experiences with both of these women.
Alrighty. So I want to start off by saying that I get why there's closure between the two. I actually watched a little bit of Tyra's speech on the process of creating America's Next Top Model, and it's clear that it took time for her to include diversity and inclusion on the show. But as I was diving into some old modeling challenges from the show from earlier seasons, I couldn't help but giving Tyra and some of the judges, specifically Jay Manuel, a little bit of the side eye. I mean, there were some things that didn't sit well with me, like when contestants were asked to pose as people from different cultures, sometimes in a way that felt pretty tone deaf, or the moments where they were asked to pose without clothes, without even getting proper consent from the contestant. And honestly, don't even get me started on some of the challenges that involve extreme heights, like posing on top of a skyscraper, like this high in the air. Like they didn't always know that some contestants had severe phobias or heights. I mean, phobias of heights, excuse me. And the worst part is, if they were too uncomfortable to go through with it, there would be a chance they might get eliminated. And it's one thing to make a sacrifice, but it's another when you don't know if it's something you're okay with and then later feel pressure just to impress the creator. And that's what I think happened a lot in America's Next Top Model, at least back in the day. And the modeling industry in general had this mentality where the creative director didn't give a shit if you were sick or going through something mentally. It was all about pushing through and doing whatever it took for the shot. Over the years, we've seen the truth behind those moments come to life. And I believe there needs to be a change in the modeling industry where your well-being comes first. It's no longer enough to just sacrifice your comfort for the sake of a photo shoot or a challenge. I also came across a Jessica Kobesi. I do hope I said that right. She's a photographer and a YouTuber who reacts to those episodes and goes into detail about how the show was constructed, and it's real eye-opening and worth checking out if you want to dive deeper into this. I'll include the link to her YouTube channel and the website in the description if you guys interested. But how do you feel about it, Donis?
America's Next Top Model is just a modeling scale of American Idol. I was and still am a true fan of America's Next Top Model. I totally loved it. I know that models are very, very pretty props. And like you said, it doesn't matter if you're sick, if you know what you're going to do, you have to pull off and get this frame. I myself was a part of the Tyra Banks show third episode, the first season, episode 3, slapped on ass and everything, right? And then American Next Top Model came, and after Yaya won, they had this.
I don't think she won.
Huh?
I don't think she won, at least from what I know.
No, Yaya, I want to say she did win, because she was at the Bloomingdale's. It was like this huge modeling fashion show, and she was the winner, and she was like the guest and the host. I met her. She was very, very pretty. She's very, very humble, very, very nice. I have the pleasure of saying that I have worked with Jocelyn Pennywell from America's Next Top Model. I actually flirted and tried to get Takara in my apartment from America's Next Top Model. She was an ambassador of Hennessy, and she was at like this liquor store where I used to stay. So yeah, I'm all in with ANTM. But what I will say is I'm happy that in an industry with so much competitiveness and cattiness. Tyra Banks knows this from the rumored alleged hostility she received from Naomi Campbell early on in her career. So I'm so happy that even though they weren't competitive against each other, there was still some sort of problem or conflict. And at the end of the day, there was some resolve. I'm so happy and so proud of both women. You know, Tyra Banks was featured in the last Victoria's Secret fashion show. I did see Yaya's interview or her post after Tyra Banks did a speech or won something. Yaya was like, yeah, I'm triggered and I want to have a conversation. I'm so happy that she didn't go in on Tyra and that they had a conversation. And now we know that between that conversation that they good. Go on, Black Queen, beautiful Black Queen.
Yeah, I just looked her up and she was actually the runner-up, but at least she's the winner to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was a winner to me because I met her. I don't even know who won that cycle, but then I will say
Eva Pigford. I do.
Oh, Eva won that cycle? Oh yeah, it ain't nothing. But I know Eva man. Eva used to date Lance Gross, and I know his sisters. I don't know her, but you know, same thing.
Lance Bass. That's Lance Bass.
That's good scuttlebutt. But let me throw a little dirt out there. So Tyra Banks had been caught in a car straight binging. They say she eating a car because she don't want nobody to see her baby, but they got pictures of it. Somebody need to Google it. Google Tyra Banks eating McDonald's in the car. It's a horrendous sight.
She can't even straight eat in peace.
How do you feel about
Baby, she wasn't eating peacefully.
Well, I mean, people have human responses to certain things, and it's just unfortunate that everything that they experience is exacerbated because they're under public scrutiny.
Hey.
I be eating some days.
Google it, girl. You do not eat. I need you to Google them pictures.
Look,
my nephew, girl, they had the picture of the bite. Baby, it was going down. It was going down. Baby, she was looking like Jaws.
Oh my God.
Yes.
My daughter got in my car and seen an empty package of Keebler's chocolate mint cookies and said, "Mom, you got a problem." I said, "You lucky I ain't doing drugs."
You have a problem with sharing, not eating cookies.
You lucky I ain't doing drugs. You better stop it.
Ain't that the truth?
All right,
what's next, nephew?
Real quick, I'm just curious to know how you feel about Yaya and Tyra seeing closure together, Jasmine.
I think that was very classy. Yaya's response to everything, how she didn't have her business on social media. I think that I love to see her in all her femininity and her aura and her aesthetics when she was giving the presentation. It made me feel like it was genuine, that she was absolutely okay with the conversation that they had backstage after Tyra's speech, and it sounded like she didn't hear it. And the friend groups were looking at her in her direction to see how they were going to respond, and she wasn't for perpetuating or continuing the cycle of Yaya is over it, and let's be over it too. You done, we done. Okay.
Remember Yaya was Whitney Houston? Bobby.
Period.
Alrighty. Well, up next, over in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, students at a local high school staged a walkout after a security guard was fired for secretly filming female students while in the locker rooms. According to TMG4, the former guard was caught recording inappropriate footage without the students' knowledge, leading to his immediate termination. But for these students, firing him wasn't enough. Many walked out in protest demanding better safety measures and accountability from the school. It felt the administration didn't do enough to prevent this from happening and want stricter policies to protect students from similar violations in the future. It's frustrating, but not surprising that schools, which should be a safe place, still deal with these kinds of breaches of trust. The fact that the students had to take matters into their own hands speaks volume about how serious this issue is. Excuse me. The school did issue a statement to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel emphasizing that student safety physically, emotionally, and spiritually is their top priority. However, many students feel that the situation wasn't handled well enough and walked while in and walked out in protesting, demanding stronger protection and accountability. What do you think? Should the school be doing more, and how can students feel truly safe for their classrooms? I'm going to start with you, Jasmine.
Yes. Do you not work for the school district of Berkeley?
Stop telling my business. I honestly feel like simultaneously, they should have been filing a police report if they hadn't, because those children were violated in the space by somebody that was vetted by the school district and allegedly approved and said to be a trusted member of the community. And he should be held to a different standard. When you're in a space where a vulnerable population is present, elderly, children, you should be held to a different standard. Like, those are people that can't necessarily fend for themselves. You're supposed to protect them. And in the school district, you're considered like somebody that if shit hits the fan, it's like a law, and don't quote me on this, do your research. If shit hits the fan, you're like basically like a first responder. You can't just go home if there's a natural disaster. You have to help and protect the babies. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
right.
like, this is somebody that they're saying allegedly would have been good enough to be like, if there's a natural disaster, he's good enough to stay around and help protect the babies. No, the fuck he's not. If the zombie apocalypse starts, you know what I'm saying? Of course, they didn't necessarily foresee this, but they should still hold his fucking ass accountable, and that means they should help the pursuit of pressing charges to the highest standard. And that's how I feel about the situation. He needs to be held accountable so that the victimization cannot happen again to somebody else. That's the idea.
I agree with you, Jasmine. I agree with you.
And then find some way to make those students whole. This is completely traumatizing. The idea that a student that's victimizing their family, you would wait for them to pursue the school district to be made whole. I don't think that's equitable. I don't think that's fair. I think the school district should be communicating with the family, like, what can we do to help make this wrong right? Instead of the families initiating the lawsuit or something of the sort. Like, y'all should already get on it. Like, hey, we about to do this and this and this and this. Like, there should always be a solution-minded process for, if this happens, then we do this. And there are people paid in high positions that are supposed to be about that, but what do I know?
Yeah, I agree with everything you're saying, Jasmine. And honestly, I'm appalled by this behavior continuing, and I completely understand why the parents felt the need to comfort the school officials about the actions of the security guard. It's disturbing, and it goes to show how misconduct like this still happens despite efforts to hold people accountable. I remember back when I was in high school when a former educator and Boy Scout leader, who I won't name or go into too much detail out of respect, was involved in inappropriate behavior with students, and he was fired. And in 2017, he received a 900-year prison sentence. And before that, the school was sued for not recognizing the danger he posed. And in 2020, the lawsuit was settled, awarding the victim a large amount of money. Sadly, no amount of money can undo the harm those students suffered. And I also recall seeing a news story a while ago, too, about a professor who was fired and arrested for secretly taking photos of girls in the bathroom. It's sickening that things like this are still happening, which is why it is so important to continue exposing and reporting these incidents. It's one thing for a student and a teacher to have a positive, appropriate friendship. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's an entirely different thing where in this relationship becomes rated R, when a teacher takes advantage of a student's trust and crosses a line that's when things go wrong. It's a stark reminder that regardless of your position, I don't give a fuck if you're a teacher, security guard, or anyone else working with students or any occupation you pursue for that matter. If you harm someone, it doesn't matter if you think it's okay. It's not. You will be held accountable, period. So I genuinely hope and pray that these families and students impacted by this situation find healing and support. As for the parents and students confronting the school officials, I believe they had every right to do so, 1,000,000%. And with this podcast, it just goes to show parents and teachers that, hopefully at least, that these things can happen to anyone. and it's essential to report any misconduct. It's unacceptable, and there are real consequences. And the most important thing is this: when someone says no, they mean no, and when they say stop, they mean stop.
Can I add something that just came to my mind? Because this is high school. You know, at a certain age, usually it's like fourth to fifth grade ish, they start the sex ed conversation nowadays. I believe they should start talking about inappropriate relationships as it relates to romantic and platonic, and navigating through those feelings. I don't necessarily know what the sex ed looks like. I haven't sat in it now. I know they talk about birds and bees, right? How babies are made from this cell and this cell and they combine. But essentially, I honestly believe like the little people should start getting equipped once we start talking about how babies are made with what's appropriate relationships, what those look like, healthy relationships. If we're gonna give the educational system the opportunity to guide our little people into those conversations, they should actually incorporate that as well. Those are my thoughts.
How you feel about Adonis? And please take this serious.
Now, why would I not take this situation serious? There's a special place in hell for people like this. And if you want to go to hell in a handbasket, doing perverted shit like this will get you there. I'm ruling the sick son of a bitch. I cannot find the appropriate vulgar and derogatory word for the vulgar and derogatory actions they had displayed with these kids. Now, we've talked about the kids being traumatized. We've talked about, a solution of a resolution, excuse me, for the young ladies. Beyonce said that Black women were the most vulnerable, most unprotected. And I agree with her, but I'm sure that every little girl in that restroom was not Black. And they were very, very unprotected in the time and with him recording and filming them. It's just embarrassing and I've said this about the industry, about it being embarrassing just to be talented. It can be embarrassing to be a developing adolescent in school, a young adult, getting ready to enter young adulthood is very, very embarrassing that you get taken advantage of someone who worked for the institution, the place that you go to every day. School is our second home. Our friends and teachers, they're like our family. Yeah. So, like there are sick uncles and fuckers in the family. I mean, there's a sick fucker at the schoolhouse. And, yeah, he should have went straight to jail. Along with the firing, he should have been arrested. And along with the arrest, there should be some charges. And with the charges, there should be no bail.
Absolutely. And I just want to say this real quick. I'm still wondering what the fuck is going on with these professors and principals who believe that they have the high power to do so and they can get off scot-free with it. What the fuck is up with that?
Okay, so I'm going to just throw out a devil advocate out there. So, we talk about the blue shield of the police officers, the police department, right?
Yeah.
And how, and here's a statistic, isn't like the domestic violence rate with cops like crazy, right? Okay, so then think about a relative or a friend of ours that we know committed a crime, but we really know them and we say, well, they're a good person and they got kids and they mama this and yada, yada, that. It's the same thing for this guy. You work for the school district, you do some really sick ass shit. Though you're not sick all the time, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not excusing what he did. What I'm saying is, if he has a mother, if he has a spouse, They don't know that part. That part has been exposed to everyone. They know something in someone else. So, you know, you can get pulled all kind of ways with it, but that's some bullshit. They need to cut off his balls and stick it down his throat. And we'll just start there. We'll start there. Let's just start there.
Yeah, I know he's going to get exactly what he deserves.
And I was going to say, what is that? Protective custody? It ain't going to help. It ain't going to help. It ain't going to help. But you know what would help? $50 million. So up next, Starbucks has been ordered to pay $50 million to a man who suffered severe burns from spilled coffee at a drive-thru. According to People, the incident happened in 2018 when a barista handed him the cup with the loose lid, causing hot coffee to spill over his lap. The burns were so bad it left him with permanent injuries and ongoing medical complications. Ooh. Incinerated the beta waiter. During the trial, his lawyers argued that Starbucks failed to allow proper safety procedures, which led to the accident. The jury agreed, awarding him with one of the largest payout in a case like this. Starbucks, however, tried to argue that the incident wasn't entirely their fault, but clearly that they didn't hold up in court. This isn't the first time a coffee chain has faced a lawsuit over burns. It brings up questions about how much responsibility companies have when handling hot beverages and whether they should be doing more to prevent accidents like this. At the same time, some people think a $50 million payout is excessive shit for a coffee spill, even with serious injuries involved. What do you think? Should Starbucks be held fully responsible, or is this an unfortunate accident that got too out of hand?
All right. I'm definitely giving Starbucks and the person responsible for making the drink a side eye right now. I'm no bar risk expert, but here's what I do know. Whether it's a latte, coffee, hot chocolate, or any other drink, it should always be at a temperature that's safe to drink, not so hot that it feels like lava. And I honestly can't even fathom how painful the burns must have been when this man experienced. I mean, with burns like that, things can get serious and even fatal. So I'm thankful that he's okay because something like this could have been way worse. This situation is exactly why I've honestly stopped going to Starbucks, except for the cake pops. You can't really go wrong with those. But when it comes to drinks, I'm not spending my money on a drink that's either didn't taste as expected or something like a dragon fruit refreshener that's so expensive it could easily be made at home. And something tells me that Starbucks might not last much longer if they don't get their act together. The drinks, the prices, and the controversy are all those things that could really come back to bite them. And they've got a lot of work to do if they want to stay on top. Period.
Do either of you drink coffee?
No.
Do you drink coffee, Jazz?
Not often, no.
You drink Starbucks?
I do drink Starbucks here and there. I will say something about this though. That $50 million is not excessive, especially if they're saying that's more that is likely that it has messed up his ability, maybe impacted his ability to be intimate and maybe procreate. And if he's married, his wife is entitled to some money too. And that usually looks like a loss of consortium. So they might have combined that. Like if she has to help him with stuff, if she has to help bathe him, if she's at a loss of getting her what they call it, her needs met, she's entitled to money too. So they might have packaged that $50 million not only for him, but his partner, or his inability to please his partner, his inability to get pleased, and his inability to maybe have some kids later on, or So that $50 million is not excessive to me.
Like he deserves more.
It's about right. It's about right.
I am so confused. Look. I'm good. I like the 50 million. Okay. I like the 50 million. All right. And When you open up the can of worm, Jasmine.
Because what if he got to pay for in vitro?
Look, if we can't get it with 50 million, baby, we don't need it. But the point I'm trying to make is, we done burn the balls and pressure cook the pea. Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm so embarrassed, ma'am. And I got the 50 million. I got the 50 million, Clara. They gave me 50 million. Now, if you take your happy ass down to the courthouse and sue them for some extra money, you might as well just leave me. Because I've gone through enough and I brought the bag back. Now, I'm not against more money. That's not what I'm against. I'm against more embarrassment.
They probably blew up a picture of his dick looking like a pot sticker. I'm
embarrassed.
Oh my God. They blew it up and was like, I'm
from the motherland. Girl, I am embarrassed. What the man name wasn't in the segment, was it?
No.
Because we don't need to know his name.
We're just propagating.
I heard all in my testicle area for him. I'm so sorry.
You got dumplings.
Ooh. Did you say dumplings?
Well, next up, something more positive. Tom Cruise has been making headlines again, this time for hanging out in London with actress Ana de Armas. I do hope I'm pronouncing her name correct. According to people, the two were spotted together, sparking rumors about what's been going on between them, whether it's just a friendly meetup or something more fans are definitely paying attention. And if for some reason you don't know who Ana de Armas is, excuse me, she's best known for playing Marilyn Monroe in the Netflix biographical film Blonde. And she's also starred in movies like Knives Out and No Time to Die, making her name for herself in Hollywood. Seeing her link to Tom Cruise is definitely an interesting pairing. While there's no confirmation of anything romantic, their repeated outings have been speculating. Tom has been pretty private about his personal life in recent years, so anytime he's seeing something with something new, the rumors start flying. What do you think? Just two-way listeners catching up, or could there be something more going on?
Boy, I do not care about what Tom Cruise is doing.
Me neither.
Can we talk about that blackout and how was it Target? Is it Target that lost $1 billion?
I don't know.
That's what we need to be talking about.
What?
That DEI blackout that just happened that we did, and we stopped spending our dollars, and it made some movement, made some waves. Money talks, and they hurting, and we should keep doing that. Let's talk about that. Tom Cruise got it going on. He don't need nothing from nobody.
That's what I second that motion. Now, see, I am a man of a particular.
Tom Cruise got it going the fuck on. He been
yes.
With the jeans and the black keys. Let's talk about it.
When he did Maverick,
listen, he's fine.
Tom Cruise is like 60 plus.
He's fine as shit, and he got it going on.
And I want to look just like him, if not better. Him and Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz is fine as shit too.
Telling him healthy as hell.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm gonna say.
I've got nothing bad to say.
I'm happy for Tom. He ain't got a data, but if she's starstruck and gazing at him and thinking he a little cute, she might let him toot it and boot it. Might.
I would let Tom toot it and boot it.
Yeah, it's just like in the fine with me. I'm just saying, fine with me. I ain't worried about it.
I ain't worried about it. Tom, you ain't gonna call me tomorrow? Okay. You just up my price.
Yeah, Tom Cruise hit me on a DM. You could take me out. Okay, if she acting stupid, I'll help you pull a gang of bitches.
Oh my God.
You decide what you want at the end of the night.
So. What you want to do, Tom? All right, what's going on?
All right, so looks like wedding bells are in the future for Normani. The singer, Normani, huh? I like her that much. I got excited. I'm sorry. So Normani, right? The singer just got engaged to the. All right, I'm sorry. Normani.
Mm-hmm.
You potentially may be in danger, girl.
Why?
No, because she about to get with this NFL player DK Metcalf, and Sierra was the one to give fans the first look at her study engagement. Oh, Sierra did it. Okay, all right. According to E! News, Sierra shared a video showing off the massive diamond while celebrating the couple's big moment. Normani and Metcalf have kept their relationship pretty private, so this engagement comes as such a surprise to a lot of fans. But judging by Sierra's reaction, it's clear she's overjoyed for her friend. The two singers have been close for a while, so it makes sense that Sierra was there for her at such a special moment. As for the ring, it definitely is a showstopper. Fans have been buzzing about the size and the sparkle, with many saying it's exactly what Normani deserves. Now, the big question is, when's the wedding? And will Sierra be involved in it? What do you think? Are you excited for Normani? And do you think she'll give fans a glimpse into her wedding plans? Let me just say this first. I congratulate them. I want them to be happy, right? And they did keep it on the low key in both of their careers. You know, they don't have no scuttlebutt. They got nice, clean resumes and everything. So I applaud that. Black love is great. King and queen, go ahead and make it go ahead and get your kingdom going. I want him to do right by her. That's all I want him. I want anyone who's going to marry a young woman to give you her heart, her mind, and her body, not like that. But when she is vulnerable and is susceptible to you like that, I hope that you be the greatest that you can be in all of that, you know? Don't let Sierra be in the wedding. She could be at the wedding, but don't let her be in the wedding. She's taller than you. I ain't saying she look better than you, but she more statuesque. Okay, don't let her steal your shine. Use a pretty chocolate thing. Because I remember she was on that TV show, and her and Taraji P. Henson was getting sprayed with water, and Taraji was going crazy. She said, "Girl, I gotta leave out. It's gonna flop up on me." So I love her. I really, really do love Normani. I really, really do. So shouts out to her and Metcalf. You better do right by her, or I'm coming.
I also want to congratulate her on her engagement. This is such an exciting moment for her, and I'm so happy for her from being in a girl group to releasing her solo album. It really goes to show just how far she's come in her career. Normani has worked incredibly hard, and this engagement is just another milestone in what's been a journey of full growth and success. To go from being part of Fifth Harmony to standing on her own as a solo artist is not for the faint of heart. And it takes a lot of dedication and determination to make it in the music industry, especially when you're carving out your own space. And Normani has definitely proven herself, and this engagement is a fucking beautiful reminder that not only is her career thriving, but her personal life is blossoming as well. So yeah, I'm happy for her. I'm giving Normani all my flowers.
Sierra's definitely gonna be in the wedding, so sorry to pop your bubble. It looks like the person that is the fiance is on the Steelers with Russell, big old Russell. And they introduced Normani to her now fiance. So yeah, they gonna be in the wedding. What you mean?
They're gonna be at the wedding, not in the wedding.
That
is not your best man and the bridesmaid.
They're taking credit. Yeah. Ooh, what you got? Black walnut?
Yes, my grandfather's favorite ice cream.
You are so seasoned. Look at you. You're a seasoned man. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. But yeah.
I did Pilates twice today. I can do it.
Blessings on blessings. You know what I noticed though? They look similar. They have similar features, Normani and DK Metcalf.
Her and Sierra don't, and him and Russell don't either.
They look similar. But yeah. Look at his waist, y'all. I just want to... Something's happening. Something's happening.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's very, very beautiful. Come on, right. Jasmine, give us what we need.
Okay, as we continue celebrating Women's History Month, let's take a moment to shine a spotlight on a model, entrepreneur, and advocate who has broken barriers in the fashion industry, the one and only Winnie Harlow. She's also engaged to a professional athlete too. Get it, girls, get it, girls, get it, girls.
Born with a vitiligo, Winnie has used her platform to challenge beauty standards and promote self-acceptance. She first gained recognition on America's Next Top Model and quickly became one of the most recognizable faces in fashion. Since then, she's walked the runways for major designers, starred in high-profile campaigns, and even launched her own skincare brand, K Skin. Is that right? K? I mean, how do you say that? Is it K? Say skin?
Hold on.
It's K Skin.
Yeah, K Skin.
Okay. Winnie has shown that representation in the industry matters and that embracing what makes you different can be powerful. Say that. Beyond modeling, she's been open about her experiences with bullying, self-confidence, and inspiring many people who struggle with their own insecurities. Her success is a reminder that beauty comes in many forms and that perseverance can lead to big opportunities. I have so much to agree.
And we're back. Now it's time for Bending the Blog, where we take a trip down memory lane and revisit some of the biggest headlines from the past. You know, the stories that had everyone talking back in the day, but might have slipped to the back of your mind. There have been so many wild moments in pop culture, from celebrity feuds to shocking scandals. Some were overhyped, some were misunderstood, and others just aged in a way no one expected. So let's dust off the archives and see how these stories hold up today.
All right. Let's take it back to when Lorde, known for her song Royals, found herself in hot water, literally. This was the time she posted a picture of a bathtub with the caption, "And I will always love you," which, if you remember, didn't sit well with the fans. People immediately connected it to Whitney Houston, who tragically passed away in a bathtub, and the flash came rolling in. Once Lorde realized the unintended connection, she quickly deleted the post and issued an apology. She explained that it was a careless mistake and that she hadn't meant any disrespect. That's a motherfucking lie. She even added an apology, "Today was not my fucking day." It sure was not. With the shocked emoji, crying emoji, and whatever the fuck the rest of them are. Lorde made it clear that she admired Whitney and would be more mindful about what she posts moving forward. Lies. This was one of the moments where the initiation and perception did not align, but it also shows how quickly things can spiral online. Do y'all think the outrage was justified? Yes, it was. And how quickly, what shit? And was it just unfortunate? No, it was not. All right.
Okay, hold on. I'm about to say something real quick.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I feel like her apology could have been a lot more genuine, and I don't think it was. I cannot take it on as serious.
Oh yeah.
All right, like I was saying, I don't really think it was necessary to say something like "I'm an idiot" or "Today isn't my day," and then during all these emojis. It just feels like she was trying to downplay the situation, and I don't know if that's the serious way to approach it. I get this. I mean, I get that she loves Whitney Houston, and I understand where her heart might have been. But sometimes when you apologize, it's better to just be straight to the point and own up to the mistake without trying to make it sound like an offhand comment. When it comes to like apologies, especially fake ones, it seems like sometimes influencers and artists let their ego take over. They end up trying to make the apology more about them and their feelings than actually addressing the harm they've caused. It's almost like they're looking for sympathy or attention instead of taking full responsibility. At the end of the day, people just want to see sincerity. If you make a mistake, it's okay to admit it and show that you've learned from it without all the extra theatrics. So in this case, I feel like Lord's apology could have, would have, and should have been a lot more thoughtful and less about trying to make light to the situation.
I'm trying to be nice to Pasty Face because it already happened. This ain't nothing new. She's already been penalized. She already been ramified and got at and all that. But let me tell you something. That is the definition and epitome of what white privilege look like. How dare you? And then the bitch had 4 eyes, not one bitch, 4 eyes. Yeah, see, you knew what you was doing. You knew exactly what you was doing. You know exactly what you was doing. You see what I'm saying? But we get down like this and not like this. And you realize this is who you was and this is who you would never be. You know what I'm saying, me? Now, you know, I like the little punk ass song, but I don't like it no more and I don't like the song. But like I said, it was in the past. I ain't never streamed it. So you ain't never got none of my support. I ain't never sung it in the shower, so it don't really mean nothing to me. But I'm gonna tell you, you better watch your thumbs and your tongue moving forward, okay? Because I will clock your little pasty ass. I don't like you. And you got the wrong name. Because I can't even blaspheme right now. I can't even do it. Help me, Jesus, please. Come on, Jasmine.
It's just some icons that are, you know, we keep sacred. We don't play about any of the wrongs that we think that they may have did as far as how they live their lives and they didn't meet social norms. You just don't play about them. And one of those icons is Whitney Houston, Luther, both Martin Luther King and Luther Vandross. We just don't play about those people. Yeah, so I don't know. She found out the hard way. Fucked her in the face.
Dionne Warwick to come out the back with the shank. You know, Dionne don't play.
Oh my God, about her cousin.
Yes, okay. Run her over in the walker, beat her down with the cane.
That was her cousin niece.
Yes. Yes. Ooh, I'm not giving.
Why do I feel like Dionne Warwick is Dionne Warwick gonna be at the Blue Note? Donnie, get us in there so we can get some VIPs and meet.
Where's she coming? Who when?
Dionne Warwick. Why do I feel like she's gonna be at the Blue Note in Napa? Why do I feel like that? You know, Grace Jones gonna be out there.
What? Oh, no, I'll go see Grace Jones.
Get us in there, Donnie. Okay. So what's the next?
Woo! Lord have mercy. It ain't Pasty May. We're gonna move on from Pasty May.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I had Googled her, so I had left out my documents. All right, next story up. We had a full episode today. Come on.
Yeah, it's long.
It's a mystery game.
Oh, wait, Shrimp.
Oh, get your little gavel out. Get your little gavel out, because this is part of the mystery game.
Diva, it's time to play. Let me grab the game really quick. Good intro.
All right, it's time to switch things up and
love her hair.
I
love your hair.
Oh, thank you. Mystery game. Here's how it works. We'll each take turns asking questions or giving clues, and you have to guess what we're talking about. Think of it like a fun little challenge to test your knowledge and intuition. Let's see who's ready to solve some mysteries.
You know what? Get Pasty May cousin out my face. Get out my face.
Ready? Let's get started.
Thank you, love. Now, we all are familiar with the great American TV show called Wheel of Fortune, correct? And we know that one of the categories on Wheel of Fortune is before and after, where a word comes before and after two other words. Am I right?
Yeah.
This game is called After and Before. So we all know what compound words are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there are going to be two compound words, and the one word is going to come second in one compound word and first in the other, which means it will be after and before. You got it?
Yeah.
No, but go on. Let's try and play.
All right.
Shit.
We have. All right. All right. Pop blank shock.
Pop, cork, shock.
Nope. Close, but no. Pop blank.
Pop culture shock.
There you go. You got it. There we go, sis. You're so smart. You're so smart. All right.
Wait, hold on. Did you say shot or shock?
Shock.
Oh, I thought you said shot.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Cold blank dough.
Cold cookie dough.
No. What do you do at what do you do at the park? What do you do at the park? What do you go to the park for?
Cold swing.
All right.
I don't know.
Cold blank dough.
Blank.
Let him finish. Go ahead, Donnie. Say it again.
Cold blank dough.
Dough as in like Play-Doh?
Boom.
Oh,
That's
cold Play-Doh.
There you go. See? All right.
Come on, Juwan. You getting in there.
Right. You are intelligent, nephew. High blank coaster.
High roller coaster.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, see, he ain't gonna let you win. I'm on now. He with the shit now. All right. Traffic blank session.
Traffic jam session.
Ooh, not, Jasmine, I need you to play. He all over this shit. Micro blank ball.
Microaggression bar.
Is you over there posing for the camera?
I am. Y'all got me on video.
Micro soft. Oop, I said the word.
Softball. That's what you ain't looking at me. That's what you ain't looking at me.
Okay, look. Air blank wine.
Wine as in WINE?
Yes.
Hair. Definitely ain't hairspray.
Air
wine? No.
Air blank wine.
Air. Are you saying hair or air?
Air.
Oh. Red wine.
Close, but no.
Okay. Air white wine.
Come on, Jasmine.
Head wine.
Where do you go to? Where do you go to take your flight?
Airplane plain wine.
Nope.
Port wine.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
Port wine makes sense.
Port wine.
Ooh, this is a very good one. This you ain't gonna get this one. Honda blank duty.
Honda.
Core duty.
Name the Hondas. Honda blank.
Honda Civic duty.
There we go. All right. Ooh, this is very good. Couch blank skin.
House potato skins.
There we go. All right.
Big back. Come on.
Let's see. All right. Now I've been taking yoga. So downward blank pound.
Downward dog
pound.
I love this. Okay.
I hate downward dogs. I hate downward dogs.
Tom blank control.
Hold on. Don't hit. Hold on.
I got an answer.
Fuck.
Tom Cruise, Cruise Control.
That's right. All right.
Oh my goodness, I said Jefferson.
Grape blank blank fish.
Grape.
Grape jelly, jellyfish.
All right. Now this one, you're gonna get this one. Spare blank blank purse.
Spare tire purse.
Mm.
Bear.
Spare and purse.
If it ain't dollars, what is it?
Cash.
Spare
Bear.
change purse.
There we
Coin
go.
purse. Spare coins, coin purse?
Christmas blank blank house.
Christmas lights house.
No.
What? Christmas
That was
lights?
you're almost close.
Christmas gift house.
No, Christmas blank blank house.
Christmas dinner house.
No.
Ooh, y'all ain't black. Christmas tree house.
Oh wow! Come on.
Yes. All right. This is very good. Okay. Source blank blank name.
Source like where you get your stuff off the internet.
Source like SOURS.
Yeah, source.
Source blank blank name. So 007 was his what?
I have not seen 007 in a while.
Alias, stage name.
What's another name for alias? Not nickname, but in espionage, what is it?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all give up?
Yeah.
Source code name.
Oh.
Right. That was easy.
Well, this is very cute. Bowling blank blank cat.
Bowling
Boy,
ball
I
ball
got
cat.
There we go. I love this.
Seriously, what is the port wine?
Yes. Ooh. Ginger blank blank chat.
Ginger ale chat.
Nope.
So that's what I said.
Ginger root chat.
What's the cookie called? Ginger blank blank chat.
Fruit chat.
Gingerbread bread chat? No.
What? It's something else. It's ginger.
Man chat? No.
What's the cookies called?
Cookies?
What are the ginger cookies called?
Ginger snaps.
Gingerbread
Snapchat.
chat.
There you go. See. Ooh. Okay. Ballot blank blank of chocolates.
Ballot box
Ballot
of
box
chocolate.
of chocolate?
All right.
I said it first.
Okay. Oval blank blank party.
Oval office party?
That's what I'm talking about. Lime blank blank house.
Lime juice house.
Line dance house?
It's a color. Lime blank blank house.
Greenhouse.
Yeah, the baby
Oh,
got it.
okay.
Okay. We're gonna do 2 more. We done because y'all doing hella good. Ironing blank blank walk.
Ironing boardwalk.
That's right. Okay. Palm blank blank bark.
Palm Springs.
Palm Springs. Who's that in the corner? Who is that? I didn't ask for what's that called? I didn't ask for a lifeline.
What is it?
Okay.
Look at the baby.
Blank what?
Gun blank blank puff.
Oh, gun.
Powder puff.
Yeah. Oops, she got it. Look. Okay, we're gonna 3 more. Okay. Sand blank blank clip.
Sandbox clip.
Nope.
Sand dollar clip. Sand bill.
What do we write on?
Board. Paper and paper.
Paper clip.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. Ooh. Prison blank blank tower.
Prison cell tower.
Yep.
Good job.
Okay, last one. Ooh. I blank cane.
Eyeball Bob King.
I Candy Cane. Boom.
That's right.
I'm done with y'all.
That's the thing. I like that game. Y'all did real good. We're gonna have to keep score next time.
Yeah, we should play that more often.
All you guys were tired because she started busting in after because y'all was kind of neck and neck, and then she came in from the side.
Pretty good.
Like Anna Mac from Baddies, jumping folks. Yeah. All right, folks. We're gonna clock the fuck out. No, not because we tired, because we really have to hit the end of today's show. It's been a fucking blast talking with all of you, and we hope that you had as much fun listening as we did recording. But before we wrap things up, we want to hear from you. What do you think of today's topics? Do you agree, disagree, or you got something to add? Hit us up on social media, drop your thoughts in a comment, or just send us a message. We love hearing from you and keeping the conversation going. Now, thank you for hanging out with us. And remember that we'll be back with more to chat about next time. And until then, stay curious, stay kind. Don't forget to keep it real. Catch you later. Here we are. Sing again. Good night from the Bubble Chat.
Good night, y'all.
Bye.
Who said?